Well, welcome everybody back to the Flying Doghouse. It's time for a aircraft review of the third aircraft in the Microsoft I'm Sorry series. I don't know what they're calling it. It's what I'm calling it. It's the Piper PA-28 Dakota. Great general aviation aircraft. This was intended to be payware. I think with the issues and shenanigans we dealt with the initial release of Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, this one's free and available from Microsoft to you and Asobo. So we're going to go jump over into the airplane over at First Flight at Kitty Hawk. We'll do a walk around, take a look at the airplane, and we will take off and fly a good circuit and make our way over to Manio. We'll do a stall test, and we'll share some thoughts about the aircraft. So, with that said, let's jump over to the sim. So this is another freebie from Microsoft to help ease some of the anger and frustration I think that we were feeling as a sim community with the quality of the release of Flight Sim 2024. Okay, so this one's just going to show up. We have 24. That's the Piper PA-28 236 Dakota. In classic low-wing Piper style. We are going to make our way over to First Flight. And get our stuff configured here. It's custom. It's got eight. Okay, so as far as traffic's concerned, let's turn that off. Or multiplayer off. Just to avoid that as well. Alright, so our way over to parking space number 5. And then we'll have a look around the aircraft. Okay, so new PC, new Xbox controller, all sorts of fun things to get used to here. Excuse me. Joe ordered a new voice. Alright, so Sim's loading in here. See what the server gods offer up for us. Got some company next door. But this aircraft looks very good. Oh my goodness. Originally, this was supposed to be payware. So I am appreciative of the gesture from Microsoft. Chocks go away. Go cover there. Maybe fiddly. Okay. I could have stooped down, but that would have been too easy. All right, the engine cover's off. Zoom in here on the aircraft. It's got dirt and grime and scratches and all those fun things. It looks great. So this is a very nice addition to the general aviation community inside of Microsoft Flight Sim 20. So like the choice. Okay, we got wheel fairings or tire shoes. At any rate, let's go ahead and jump in the aircraft here. All right, so this is going to be classic retro. All right, so over on the door, got fuel selector. Got the left tank on. Get rid of the yoke just out here a little bit. Use the mouse here. In. Okay, so mixture needs to come to full pitch. Prop RPM is max. We'll back off on the throttle here and back the throttle. That should be good. Switches are in the middle of the console here underneath the Garmin's. So battery and alternator can come on. Fuel pump. Got the lead. Heat, we need it, but go. Avionics switch is just to the right side of the Garmin's. We'll let those spin up. Right. So take place. Let's jump outside the plane. And surface check. It's good. Arms are spinning up here. Getting synced. Moment. For the ground crew. Clear prop. Okay, so I've got to check. Should be correct. Correct. Throttle is slightly correct. We're good. That again. All right, what we doing? There we go. That's what all this is all about. Okay, so we'll do a deep dive here. I just wanted to get the aircraft started and go have a fly in this thing. See how the physics and flight modeling for 2024 has been implemented here in this bird. Okay, so I think we're good for the startup here. So apparently you don't want to have the fuel on. I did do a prime, so we'll do the deep dive. We'll confirm that that needs to take place. Okay, and if you want to do things tidy and proper, then you do have the checklist available from the EFB. Tab key, aircraft, and clicking on checklist. There you go. All that immersive stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to pause recording here, and we will be over at the runway, and we'll be prepared to take off, and we'll go fly our circuit. So we'll be right back. Okay, here we are again through the magic of recording pause, sitting at the end of runway 3. Good to go. Oh, I do think the aircraft sounds are easy. There we go. So that later. Okay. Good to go. We are ready for departure. 3. Okay, park and brake can come off. Go have a fly. We're going to fly over to Manio. Very stable here on the ground. I am doing a zero flaps takeoff here. You're up. Get this ready to climb. Get clear of the power lines here, and we'll stay clear of the cell phone tower. Our departure. Set plane. Welcome to Kitty Hawk. Welcome to recording in 2K. Airplane feels very, very good. So, kick it around a little bit. Yeah, wash around a little. It's good. All right, we'll make our way down the coastline here. We'll do a deep dive, talk about some history, and get into the stats. We'll run a proper and tidy checklist. Go ahead and make our turn here, and we'll go ahead and get some altitude. Go out here over the sound. We'll do our standard stall test that we always do. Do rather nicely on climb. Didn't have a whole lot of real world time in the Piper. Low wing profile here. Go ahead and start bleeding some airspeed off, and we'll be making our way reasonable altitude here for the stall test. Jump back inside the plane. Alright, here we go. I can see the instrument panel here. Alright, so I'm going to do a power on stall. Keep the wings level. And we see the airspeed bleeding off. We will get an audible stall warning. Easy for me to say. And I am anticipating that this aircraft is going to drop away. Stall warning. Add some back pressure here. Yep, here we go. Did drop the wing. Lost a couple of 100 feet there. There you go. So you have an idea of what you might expect should you get yourself into that kind of situation. Okay, so we are in need of burning off some altitude, and we also need to burn off some airspeed. So we'll nose up to do that. Get ourselves down into proper flaps deployment. Airspeed. Alright, we got a reasonable rate of descent here. We'll give ourselves another minute or two on this run. Downwind. So I can't say that the hardware upgrade has cured all the issues. That would just be... it'd be crazy talk on the video. I have experienced a few issues with trolls. Another episode of that seemed to be impacting us on group flight earlier in the week of this week. We were all running on a mix of PC and Xbox. I still think there are some streaming and server shenanigans going on. Not installed the city update yet. I need to go take a look at that. But I definitely wanted to take a peek first at I'm sorry, number 3. I think this has been well done. A bit hot now. Clouds. Pull up here. Speed down. And we've got flaps 1. Over to India. A leisurely fly here. This is an amazing bridge. Takes you over. Lots of amazing places to stay and seafood to eat. So if you've not experienced the North Carolina Outer Banks, is one incredible place on the planet. Airplane looks great, even with the tire shoes. Never heard that before. Flightsim friends shared that. So I'm going to project, but probably going to want to float a little bit on us, especially if you don't appropriately manage your AOA and your airspeed. Slowing down here nicely. Being in a particular... Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think of the 2K recording resolution. And we've also worked on some things as audio is concerned as well, so we'll do that as a 2. Flaps now at 3. Back on power. Flaps full. 5. A little long on the landing, but I think we made up for that with smooth factor there. Flaps coming up. All right, here we go. Taxiway awaits. All right, so what do I think? I think this bird is great. I think it's going to be a great addition to the general aviation enthusiast amongst us. I will be using it on some of our group flights that are coming up. If you've had a chance to fly it, let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, it's free. They gave it to us for 2024. Now, major kudos to the developers who did the work on this aircraft. I think they have done well and made another needed contribution to the community. So, thanks, Microsoft and Asobo. Now, fix our control editing screen. Take away some of those errant messages that we get that are not based in reality. While I'm running an i9 with a graphics card that's plenty. I've seen that a couple of times. The data that I was seeing from other places in terms of what was going on with my RAM and with my graphics card did not line up with the error message that I was getting. Anywho, I'm going to leave it here. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you as a channel member. More videos to follow. We will do a deep dive and we'll talk about the history of this aircraft, and we'll do a little bit of a cross-country flight with this. Someplace visually pleasing and fun. Maybe we'll take off from Grand Canyon National Park and have a fly around the canyon this particular. That might be fun. At any rate, I hope everybody is keeping well. And until next time, cheers, y'all.